You can do it for an hour if you want, but you have to watch it. Because you don't want to burn it, okay? Now, here's the next step coming up. The aroma test. And a wee taste. Just dip your tongue on a spoon. You don't want to burn yourself. Let it cool down a bit, you don't want to burn your tongue. I'll go another round of that. You know what? That ginger's giving me a lot of ginger. It's not giving me enough ginger. So this is now the next stage. This is the steep. We take it off the heat. The heat comes off. Keep it moving because the bottom of the pan is still hot. See, no more heat. I'm sorry for the cramped cooking, but I don't have a large kitchen, so I use what I've got. Yeah, if I had a room, I'd do a multiple lighting setup and multiple cameras and do it really nice. But I don't have the luxury, so I hope this is good. If you remember, leave comments and feedback so I know if I'm doing it right or wrong. Because I want to be helpful. But I don't know I'm making mistakes unless I'm told. So I appreciate some feedback if it's human, if you can. If you can tolerate Google+. I know it's hard, it's pissed me off. I'm really sorry I had to make a jump cut there. But I had someone walk right through and absolutely ruin the shot and make a right noise. I don't want to annoy you guys with it, so I'm really sorry. Put in a thing of allspice. 1 large teaspoon of allspice. Allspice. It's a mix of all these great spices. Nutmeg, cloves, ginger, garlic, everything. And it smells, oh, stonking. Now it's darkened it. Now it's looking white beer now, isn't it? But hey, right now we're still making it. And I'm thinking, it needs some more. I'm not going big, I'm just going half a teaspoon this time. You can brew by numbers or if you like, I brew by the heart. But you want to keep it moving so it dissolves in. Now I've added these herbs and spices. Get sure it's well moving. And put on the lid. And you leave it for a whole hour. Yeah, leave it. So right now the liquid is roughly temperature wise 85 Celsius or roughly maybe about 115 Fahrenheit-ish. But use a thermometer, use a gauge. Yeah, you can check. I'll see you guys in an hour. Alright, it's 1 hour later. Oh yeah, 1 hour later now, mate. So, the next stage is, if you look at it and take a sniff, the flavours are much richer now. It's still brings the lid, kept most of the steam in. But it's basically not hot enough to burn my hand at all. Nothing, see? It's just lukewarm, but still with steam trapped inside. Because my pan has got a lip. So when the lid's on, that lip here lets excess steam out. So it gradually cools it. So basically, I've had a pan into a mash tun. Super simple. But then again, other recipes, I'm using a big pot instead. This is such a simple 1 gallon recipe. I don't need to go big, you know, not yet. It's now it's 1 hour later in the evening. Yeah, let's do this. Here I've got 250 grams of molasses. We can use brown sugar, corn syrup, anything, that kind of stuff. Hey, even dextrose if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. Brewing sugar if you really wanted to. Anything you could put in this. Even corn, anything, mate. If you know it's a fermentable, stick it in there. It can't hurt. Now, I'm going to pour in some boiling water because I do not want to turn on the stove anymore. It's going to have to cool down. The only heat I'm going to add is straight from this boiling hot kettle into this bowl. And be very careful not to burn yourselves, alright? Because I don't hear always do some people go, oh, I burnt myself, herpy derp. Now basically you want to mix it in, crush it, dissolve a lot of the sugar in the bowl. Oh, steam's coming up now, isn't it? Beauty thing about molasses is it thickens and it dissolves very quickly in boiling water. I mean, look at that. In it goes. See, I'm not using the heat from the stove anymore. I'm using the heat from the boiling water I added. Look at that. That's just caramelised right at the bottom there. All the molasses is caramelised. And there's a trick. Bit more hot water. Let's fully wash this out. Ooh. Remember, this is hot. Be very, very careful. But I didn't tell you because you're fully grown adults, yeah? Alright. Now you stir it again. Now temperature should be back up around the 85, 95 Fahrenheit, Celsius range. The Fahrenheit's probably about 115-ish to 120-ish now Fahrenheit. If you're rocking Celsius like I am, you're about 85, 90 Celsius. Or between 100 and 115 Fahrenheit. Use a thermometer to check. Digital ones are fantastic for that, but I don't need to. Sometimes go by the look and the smell. It smells like ginger cake, but you can drink it. Now molasses is going to thicken up as it cools down. Yeah, if you don't leave it in the pan too long. You don't want to splash it over the sides either, because it makes a mess. Now this is the stage where we add lemon. We're taking some of the zest off and use that in the boil. Now we need the juice of 1 lemon. You can use a juicing device if you want, but I do it man style. Don't worry if you get seeds in there, you're going to sieve it out later. Oh. Split it apart. Squeeze it out. Break all the membranes inside. There you go, look, one juice lemon. Now wash your hands. And the lemon juice is going to add more elements to the flavour. But you don't want to boil lemon juice because you ruin the flavour. You're basically cooking out the mix, and that's not what you want. Right now, it's infusing flavours now. I've extracted it from all the raw ingredient. Now, we're just combining it all together. Because if you have something at high temperature for too long, it gives you a lot of good mouthfeel, but it does not ferment very much. It adds extra sugars.